Got it. Welcome you all. Very pleased to have you and be able to attend the meeting. It just is a testament to the fact that it is not easy to miss RSS meeting. Welcome to another exciting meeting, 20th March, from different parts of the world. Rules for Roseburg speaker storytellers are simple. Just unmute yourself when you are speaking, and the rest of the time, mute yourself. Please switch on your camera and keep your smile, because that makes a difference. We do feel different when we see you. I am excited to open the meeting, and the theme of the meeting is extremely interesting, simple yet complex, time. And the Toastmaster of the day reflects the same characters. She is simple yet complex. I see she is busy, and that explains the complexity around her, but I'm sure she's going to make things very simple. Joining us from Philippines at the moment, none other than Toastmaster of the day, Michelle. Michelle, please take it over.
Thank you so much. And in case I was showing on screen looking a little bit frantic, we have a cat here who does not seem to understand that time for Toastmasters meeting means time for her to be quiet. So she has been meowing and meowing, and I was just calling urgently for my headset. Nonetheless, hopefully she'll be quiet until I get my headset on. Welcome, everyone. Our theme for this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are in the world, our theme is nothing less, nothing more than time, T-I-M-E. And if you are, I'm sure you all know how to use the chat. If not, click on the chat at the bottom of the screen, and then a little pop-up will appear on the side or wherever your computer throws it. Type in one word or two or three. What is your understanding of time? What does time mean to you? Please go ahead. Let's take a minute or so. There, I see already. Time is money. Most precious resource in the world, indeed. Time is time. I love that. I love that. Time is time. Yes. Go ahead. Type your thoughts. We have time for a little more to find out what are your thoughts about time. I was just punning on that. Time is fair to everyone. Great thought. Time is time is overrated. That would be a great table topics question, hint, hint, to our table topics master. Time, along with tide, waits for no man. Awesome. Wow. We now have time just for maybe one or two more responses. Time never stops. Trust Tiger to say that. Okay, so it looks like, I'm hoping that my headset has now kicked in. Time is universal, yes. And we're seeing perfect timing for our table topics master. Come right in. Akansha, she probably would not have seen the previous chats because she just came in. So if you could kindly just pick up what you typed and put it back on. So maybe she might get some ideas for her table topics questions on the theme of time. Now, I love the fact that this is the theme. I had actually volunteered to be Toastmaster of the meeting before the theme was chosen. But the minute I saw it was the theme of time, I loved it. Time is such an intriguing concept. If you have seen movies where time goes forward, goes backward, Star Trek, Back to the Future, we could sit here and talk about movies, about time, and use our full hour. We're not going to do that, but I just want to challenge each of you as you sit here throughout the meeting to
reflect on moments in time when you actually felt that time had stopped, or perhaps had returned back to the same moments, deja vu, as they would say. But please still attend the meeting. Don't get so engrossed in your reflections that when the table topics master calls you, you'll be somewhere in another time. Moving on now to our role players. As the Toastmaster of the meeting, I have a team to help me with keeping the meeting as exciting and as educational as possible. So let me call our grammarian. I saw her a while ago. There she is. Now she's moved actually the middle of my screen. Let's welcome Titin, one of our, I think she is still the newest member. Somebody else may have taken the title from her, but in a matter of time, she's a very recent official member, although she has been our regular guest and very active guest for quite some time. So Titin, take it away as our grammarian.
Thank you, Michelle. A very happy morning, afternoon, and evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm very happy to serve as a grammarian today. And as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to the language usage, and I'll take note of outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. And as a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day for today's meeting is convert. Convert is a verb. It means to cause, to change in form, character, function. Example of the word convert in a sentence. Can you please help me to convert time from Oregon time to Jakarta time? The process of improving our grammar is like polishing diamonds. The facets of the cut diamonds are polished so that it reflects and refracts the optimal amount of light. More or less similar to the process of learning English grammar, which we always strive for betterment and polish English grammar. So let us learn and improve together. I will provide my grammarist report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Titin. And as I was listening to you, I was thinking how lucky our club is that you had decided to spend time and time again with us. And I love your word of the day, convert, because you recently decided to convert from a regular guest to a member, paid and full-fledged member of Roseburg Speakers and Storytellers. Thank you so much, Titin. There, I already got one word in there, one use of the word convert. Let us hear now from our counter. Now, Tiger, I'm seeing so I'm guessing you are the counter. So will you please tell us what you will be doing as counter?
Thank you, Michelle, and welcome everybody, members and guests. I will be looking for uses of ahs, like, so, extra, buts and ands that don't belong. That's but with one B, one T, one B and one T. I will not be giving individual reports unless you use excessive filler words, but I am going to give an overall score of how we do as a group. So have fun and try to avoid your ands, likes, ands, buts, and so forth. Back to you, Michelle, our Toastmaster of the day. Esteemed Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. For those who were not here last meeting, I had mentioned to Tiger that the word esteemed just gets me into a different time zone. I'm thinking of royalty, esteemed Royal Highness. And so he wants to tease me with that every time he can. So I will be a convert and I will become an esteemed Toastmaster one of these days. Let us now hear from our timer, who is going to help us manage our time. And Anur, that was not an Tiger. I'm just trying to pronounce the name correctly. Anuradha. Anuradha? Yes, take it away.
Thank you. Greetings, Madam Toastmasters, fellow Toastmaster and guest. As the timer, I will time the table topics, speakers, formal speech, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speakers of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and green cards, which denote specific times remaining. Table topic speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. Most other speech should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green cards. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. The individual evaluation should be between 2 and 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you, Madam Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, Anuradha. I am wondering if it's just me having some technical issues with my screen, but I wasn't seeing you, Anuradha, when you were saying you will raise the green card, the yellow card, and the red card.
Green card.
Yes. Okay, now we see you.
Yellow
Just-
card.
Okay, wonderful. Just note that earlier you disappeared. You were not visible on the screen. So if you accidentally clicked your video, turned it off, just watch that when you're timing, because we will not see anything if it is off. Okay. We don't need to see your cell phone. We just need to see your screen. I mean, how do you put it? We need you to be on video, because earlier your video was off, unless I was the only one having that issue. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. So we
Michelle.
have, yes,
Michelle, if you don't mind, can I just take quick 30 seconds to just let her know?
okay.
अनुराधा वीडियो क्लोज था या क्या था टाइम जब तुमने टाइम कार्ड दिखाया वो वीडियो ऑफ हो गया तो बस वीडियो ऑन रखना अपना ठीक है
Okay, ma'am.
ओके या थैंक यू
Okay, thank you so much. And now we move on to, let me see if I've missed anyone. We have a general evaluator, of course, but his role will come up later on. I just saw that we have some old timer guests pop up. Yellen is back. Welcome back. And I think Jerry, I wonder if it's in this club or another club, but you are definitely not a first timer in a club that I'm with. So I think it's this club maybe. So welcome
both
back.
from our club, my club, Dongguan.
Okay, there you are. There you are. Welcome back. And well, hint, it might be time since our
Michelle, we can't hear you. Something happened.
Michelle, you're muted or something. Or yeah.
No, she's not muted. Something happened with the phone.
Yeah. Headset issue, yeah.
No,
No, cannot hear you.
not at all.
Is in that time of
Now
the
yes.
year. So you will probably hear her going, meow, meow. Hopefully there. So please disregard her. I will try and speak louder than her. Okay, ignore. Okay, it is now time for us to start with our prepared speeches. And we have, where's Tiger? We have an esteemed speaker, Tiger. See, there you are. We have an esteemed speaker in the person of Ayu, working on her strategic relations path. And this is writing a speech with a purpose. The time, for the benefit of our timer, is 5 to 7 minutes. The title is Distinguished Toastmaster, How I Reached DTM, or Distinguished Toastmaster, in less than 2 years. So let's all welcome Ayu and then.
Do you ever try to go to hike a mountain? Anyone? And once you hike a mountain, it doesn't mean that you know everything about that mountain. Am I correct? You probably know a little bit better, but not like even more than us about the mountain. Or those who already hike so many mountains still doesn't make them an expert. They know more than the other person. So that's the same as distinguished Toastmaster. Once you reach distinguished Toastmaster, doesn't mean that you know everything, or I want to put it in myself. Well, I am a DTM now, but doesn't mean that I am good in everything in Toastmaster and know about everything in Toastmaster. I want to quote my car. The victory is in the try. That's what I did. When I joined Toastmaster, my early journey of Toastmaster years, I only know about Pathways because they say Pathway is the education program in Toastmasters. I took it. And then they offered me to be a club officer. And I said, really? Can I do that? You think I'm okay to be a club officer? And they said, yes. Then one day, this club, Roseburg Speakers and Storytellers, offered me to be a VPE, or Vice President of Education. That time, my ears is just like, oh my goodness, I will be Vice President. Oh, yeah, why not? But I need guidance. And one of the senior members said, yes, he will teach me whatever he knows about Toastmaster and being a VPE. There you go. When I was a VPE, at that time, I needed to help a member who reached a DTM. I don't know anything about DTM at that time, so I did everything. With that, I would like to show you, this is how when I helped him, I opened this website, Toastmaster website, right? And then I just click here and distinguish Toastmaster. This is how I know all the requirements of being a Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster. For at least, because I know, now I also know I want to be a distinguished Toastmaster too. So this is the first step. You need to know, we need to know where to find the requirement. That's it. I will stop share. What is distinguished Toastmaster? In that website, say that it is the highest level the highest, I will just read it. The Distinguished Toastmaster Award represents the highest level of education achievement in Toastmaster. And there are 6 requirements there. So for me, now I want to say it right in front. A DTM, for me, a DTM means someone who has done all the requirements. And when I got my DTM status, guess what? I realized people have expectation. People have expectation about DTM. And I know that's the turning point when I need to learn even more serious to live up the DTM status. So DTM is not the end. For me, DTM is a start point. Okay, so first I know that the requirement. Second, I already took one path in pathways. Third, I volunteered to be club officer. And then the next one, reading that requirement, I look for a chance. Thanks goodness, there was a lot of opportunity for me to reach my DTM status. For example, somebody said he or she needs another person to build a club. And I just said, do you think I will be able to help you build a club? And she said, you just need to want it. So I said, okay, I just do. I did. It's an up and down, looking for members, gathering them, and try to educate how to be a grammarian, how to be a timer, how to be an accountant, make one demo meeting and everything. Yes, it is all a hard work. Then the next, I believe the next requirement is club coach. So what I did, I join meetings, I attend meetings, and then I see which club actually need a club coach. And I approach them if they want me to help them. So this is not just assigned to a club, but I really do I make an approach. I approach the club first, and then once we have like a connection, then I offer myself to be their club coach. So there you go. When I finish with club coach, I haven't done my district leadership. But in that time, there is a rule, or there is an exception that from Toastmasters International, that once I finish my club coach and the club reach distinguished status, I don't need to do district leadership. They grant me, or they grant me the district leadership point. And that's why I can reach my DTM in less than 2 years. If not, of course, 2.5 years probably. So that's how I reach my distinguished Toastmaster status in less than 2 years. What is that? Just do every opportunity, just take it. Fellow Toastmaster, that's my story.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Ayu Ananthea. That feels so good to say that. And at this point, we are going to convert our meeting from prepared speeches to unprepared, totally impromptu speeches. This is where we are not ready, but nonetheless, we will be called upon to speak. In our club, though, I rarely see people trying to hide from being an impromptu speaker. In fact, I know we have guests like E.T., who's constantly putting his hand up saying, please call me, please call me. And sometimes, of course, our table topics master may have other people to call. Hopefully I am audible right now, and hopefully the cat is not too audible. But anyway, I apologize again. Our guest, our table topics master is going to be a guest. And I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Let us all welcome Akansha. Let's welcome Akansha as our table topics master.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster. I feel very glad to have a part of this meeting. Today, I play a role of table topic Toastmaster in meeting, and I will put some question in front of all, and I will put amongst you, one of you, to give their opinion on the question that I put in the chat. So, and each speaker is required to speak for at least 1 or 2 minutes as usual. So, and also use the today word which is convert in their speech. So I will put my first question in the chat. Then I will ask some of you, one of you to just a minute. I will put question in the chat box. As you all know that today's topic, can I be visible?
Yeah, you are visible, but we don't see the topic yet.
Yeah. As you all know that today's topic is time. So my questions are based on the topic time, related to time. As we all know that time is very essential, and time is clearly an important element. So my first question is related to this, that why time is an important element of our life.
You're muted.
Can you all see my question? Why time is an important element of our life?
Yeah, we can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So I will first, I would like to call Sarah to answer this question. Sarah, can you please tell about some word?
Why is time an important element in our life? Well, for me,
Yeah.
time is not only an important element in my life. Time is the most valuable element in our life, don't you think? Our life goes from moment to moment, and the way we spend those moments is what at the end we have from our life. And the life cycle of a person, it's really not long. So if we try to do as much as we can, and at the end we get the results we want, we can then think, we have invested our time in a good way. But it can also be the other way around. We are almost at the end of the life and we think, oh, I should have done even more and more, and I didn't. That's why when I think about money or about people or many other elements in our life, I cannot convert my thinking, and I always keep this thought. Time is the most valuable element in my life. Thanks for the question, and back to you, table topic master of the day.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for the great answer. And now I put my second question in the chat box. Please see this and Then I will ask one of you to. So I would like to invite General Evaluator Ravi to put some views on this question.
All right. I see the topic given to me. Timer, please don't start the time yet. I'm just reading out the topic out loud. For everybody's benefit, do you even think life is a race against time? I don't know if it's a race against time. I think time flows on its own, and all of us, I think the concept of time is probably something that only human beings have created. I wonder if all the other creatures, big and small, understand the concept of time. I don't think I've seen, for example, buffaloes that I see grazing all around my house. I don't think I've seen them rushing to graze or rushing to go back home at any point in time. Or when I watch any videos on National Geographic, I don't see any elephants rushing about, or even for that matter, any predators like tigers, lions, cheetahs. I don't see them rushing about unless they take their own sweet time to stake out their prey, and then they attack at the right moment, and that is when they are all rushing about. I don't think that it's ever a race against time. I think we should take it easy. One of my favorite animals, I think, or the most favorite animal of late has been the tortoise. And that's because I think it leads its life at its own sweet pace. And I've been told that I think it's probably one of those animals that lives for the longest amount of time. And it does that because I think it doesn't really bother about racing against time. And therefore, I think we should take a cue from the tortoise as well. Life is not a race against time. Take it easy, one day at a time, one step at a time, one club meeting at a time. And you'll find that it's fun. And especially if you have the right company, it's never a race. It's a fun stroll, I would say. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you so much for this wonderful answer. And now I would like to ask you my next question from Tiger. Tiger, can you please, are you ready for a question? Do you agree that time will tell?
Was this
Can I
question
audible?
for me?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm going to pass this question on to Yalan. Yalan, this is for you. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Ah, okay. You're on.
Okay, what is the question?
Do you agree that time will tell? Is it?
Okay, well, it is 11:34 p.m. here in my time. I believe that time will tell because at the end of the day, I'm tired, but I would rather spend this last hour before bed with the people on the other side of the globe or around the world to share our thoughts and our insights on time. And I believe that I would bring something to bed with me that would inspire me to have a brighter day tomorrow. So I hope that this is a good start of your day as well. back to Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Ellen. Just a minute, I will put my question in the chat box, then I will ask you.
If I may interject, Akanksha, I think I see Elios has his hand up, and I think there was somebody else also, maybe Jerry. So if you
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
if you can pick among the two. of
Once I
them.
put the question in the chat box, then I will ask them.
Thank you.
So my next question is from Zeri Liu. Zeri Liu,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, time will fly. No matter when you're having fun or you don't have fun. We cannot control time. I think time is intangible and it cannot be touched. And but I think we only can feel. For example, when you have a very fun time, happy time, you will feel the time is fly so fast. But on the contrary, if you feel at a hard time, or you feel very upsetting, just as at the class, you will feel, wow, time is so long. Why it cannot pass so quickly? So I think time will fly or not fly, but it depends on our feelings. If our emotion have a happy mode, we will feel the time will fly. But if when we are at a bad situation, we will feel that the time is so slow. Why not go quickly? So I totally agree. Time will fly when you have fun and when you are enjoying what you are doing. And so everybody needed to do something meaningful, do something special for our life. So you will enjoy the time, and time will tell finally. Thank you. Back to the Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Zeri. And today's last question, and I want to ask from Elos. Can I?
Hello.
Elos, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So
Can you hear me?
yeah. So my today's last question. We say that we waste time, but that is impossible. We waste ourselves. Do you agree? Did you get the question?
Yes. Wait. Okay. Sorry. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? Do you waste your time well today? Yes, I waste my time so much better this day because it is Monday, the best day to waste our time. And yes, well, it is not the time itself that we waste, but we waste ourselves. We waste our opportunity to convert our time into another perspective like business, career, network, so on. So yes, don't ever say that you waste your time. There is no time wasted here. And yes, it is impossible. Time is the most precious resources in the world. And that's why people have their 24 hours, the same 24 hours to everybody on the earth. Well, so if you have the time right now to be in the present, do it because you will be the present itself for you. Yes, the first thing first is you have fun yourself, and then you can have fun with your friend, then you can have fun with your family, and of course, you can have fun with our Toastmasters family here. So yes, like what people say here, great time. Time flies so quickly. So once you enjoy your time here, you will get so much fun that you can sleep well tonight. And yes, once we have spent our time together here, remember that we are spending, not wasting our time. Do you agree with me? If you are agree, smile. Back to you, Divya.
Is you completed your answer, Alice?
Yes, I'm done.
Can you done? Okay, thank you so much for this wonderful answer. And today's question are end up. I end the questions with this question. And thank you so much, all of you. And I feel little scared to be the part of because I feel glad to be part of this meeting, but this is for me. This is the first time that I joined as a Toastmaster, so I feel little scared to speak in front of all of you. So forgive me for my mistakes, and back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Akansha. And you have learned very quickly the trick of many Toastmasters. If you don't want to speak or you're not ready to speak, then be the table topics master, because then you can ask everybody else the questions and listen to them and enjoy. Thank you so much. And we had some very wonderful questions. Let me see. Yellen, she got called. Stephen has a role. Our guest, Shelly, were you listening and thinking, oh, I wish she would call me maybe? Would you like to answer any of those questions? You can choose any of the questions because they have been typed on the chat. You can pick any. If you would like to answer, would you like to do that? We have time for you if you wish to respond. You can unmute yourself if you would like to respond.
I'm just listening to all, and all the answers are very wonderful.
Okay, so right now you're just enjoying yourself, and it's not yet time for you to convert from a listener to a speaker. Okay, that is wonderful. We all need people who are there to listen, because if everybody wants to speak, especially at the same time, then we will be in serious trouble. So thank you so much. At this point, we now move to our third segment, or since our word of the day is convert, instead of saying move, I will say we now convert from the second segment to the third segment. And as most Toastmasters know, although we do have maybe Shelly, you might not be a Toastmaster yet, I'm not sure. So for your benefit, let me explain that Toastmasters is the only organization in the world that provides instant feedback as part of its program. Other organizations, maybe you will learn eventually, but it takes time. It's more by trial and error. Here you get instant feedback, and you even have people who are assigned to give you that feedback, starting with, of course, the speech evaluator. But we have a special person assigned to lead the education or evaluation segment. Today's general evaluator is none other than our Vice President for Education, who worked very hard to make sure that we had the meeting agenda ready before the meeting. Let us all welcome, to lead us in this third segment, Ravi. I can never pronounce your last name, Ravi. Help. Help.
It's okay. I'm just
Hanasogi. Correct? There you are.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you for that. Once again, warm good time of the day to everybody, since the theme of the day is time. The importance of feedback is it helps us get better with time. The whole point is that if you keep doing the same thing again and again and do not get feedback on how you've been doing, it's really of no use, I guess. And that's why we have, as our Toastmaster of the day, Michelle said, that's why we have the third segment, which is the feedback and evaluation segment in Toastmasters, where we get instant feedback. Now, first we will begin with the evaluation of IU speech. And in order to do that, I would like to call on the evaluator for IU speech, which is Stephen. Over to you, Stephen.
Thank you, General Evaluator Ravi. IU, first of all, congratulations on your strategic relationship, right? Writing a speech with a purpose. Congratulations, good job. You have complete this pathway. The first feedback I want to give you is for your opening. I really love your opening. You compared this DTM journey as hiking a mountain. So by asking questions, this is very good for the opening. Secondly, I really loved your humor. I remember you said when you were elected the VPE of Roseburg, you see, my God, I will be vice president. I think it's very funny. It triggered it's very funny. Another thing, when you were showing the DTM on the website of Toastmaster, you close it right after you show what are the steps. So it won't distract us. So I think this is also well done. I also love the way you tell your story, the structure. First, you tell us your Toastmaster journey, and then you tell us your DTM journey and break down each step. I really love this structure. Another thing is about your body language. Your gestures, I always loved your gestures. It flows, always flowed very naturally. I wish someday I can be like you. I can also move very naturally. Another thing, if I have to give you some suggestions, first of all, I think your pen is distracting. I found you have a pen on your, you are moving it around. I found it's a little bit distracting. Another thing is for the ending. I think maybe because of the time, you finish your ending in a rush. So like you just said, okay, so you just take it. So the takeaway from your speech is if something, DTM, you just take it. Maybe I would like to hear more. Maybe from your speech, I can see first, maybe take it. And also a message I got from you is be patient. When you were talking about how to coach someone, you said you need to wait for the perfect opportunity and also build connections with the people. Then you can be a like club coach. Overall, I loved your speech. It was greatly delivered, and yeah. So good job. Are you back to you, Ravi?
Thank you, Stephen, for that evaluation. What Stephen just said in terms of the feedback that he shared for you reminded me of feedback that I received last meeting. I went on using a couple of words too many times during the feedback that I was sharing with somebody. And I'd like to share those words with you, and keep in mind, don't use them again and again. That's what I would like to share. So I kept saying really, really, really a lot of times, and I got very good feedback during the meeting not to do that. That's the power and the beauty of Toastmasters. Now with that, let me now call upon our grammarian and have her convert us into better grammarians, if I may put it that way, or at least better speakers of the English language. Over to you, Titan.
Thank you, Ravi. Good morning, afternoon, evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It's a pleasure listening to all of your speeches. And now I would like to point out some of the words and sentences that we can improve. And I found only 3 for this part. Okay, for a while. First one, do you ever try to go to hike a mountain? Okay. My suggestion for this, because it is in this sentence, the speaker used the word ever. So my suggestion is to use the present perfect tense. Have you ever tried to hike a mountain? Okay, tried in verb 3. Okay. Now the second one, all the requirement for being and then it is followed by a noun. My suggestion will be to use as after the requirement, okay, because we use the speaker used the word all, okay, for both and all we use plural with as requirements. However, if you use each and every, then it will be singular, no need to use as. Last one for this part, why not to go quickly? My suggestion will be, why doesn't it pass quickly? So here the context is talking about time. That's why the word that is being used for my suggestion is pass, the word pass instead of go. And for the number of times the word of the day convert were mentioned, okay, Toastmaster Michelle mentioned the word of the day twice, Akansa once, Ilios once, and I just heard that Ravi mentioned it once, and I apologize for any of the word of the day that I missed, and I do find wonderful quotes and thoughts that I would like to share with you. The first one from DTM Ayu, the victory is in the try. Another one from her, live up the DTM status and every opportunity, just take it. From Sarah, time is the most valuable element in our lives. From Rafi, life is not a race against time. Take it easy, it's a fun stroll. From Yalan, attending this meeting, this RSS meeting before bedtime will bring something wonderful for the next day. From Jerry, time will fly, either you enjoy it or not. From Ilios, we have 2. Time is the most precious resources. And another one from him, be in the present. With that, I conclude my grammarian's report and I return the screen back to you, Ravi.
Thank you, Titan, for that wonderful report. I think I'm forgetting as to what is next. Let's invite Tiger and he'll help us remind on how it is that we can keep in mind not to do all of the ahs and ums. Over to you, Tiger.
Thank you, Ravi. As we all know, the purpose of evaluations in Toastmaster is to convert us all to professional speakers like Michelle. Michelle is also a DTM, by the way, probably more than once. She's an overachiever. We had a contest. It was very close. It was a very close contest. It actually got very exciting. Ravi cheated. By cheating, one over an. When you are speaking, try to avoid unnecessary ands or ahs. If you're going to have an ah, just pause and think and then say something. But overall, nobody had enough filler words that it was distracting to what you had to say. So overall, we did an excellent job. I do have 2 words that have become my pet peeves recently: love and really. I really don't love the word love when we're doing an evaluation, and really is a worthless word. So just be careful. The word love means a lot of things, but to love someone's speech, for me, that's not meaningful. So use a different adjective or adverb. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator. Like, yeah, you're the general evaluator. Back to you.
I was expecting Tiger to give me a salute, general evaluator, but anyway. All right, with that, wonderful timers, counters report. Now let us move on to our next segment, which is to get the report from our timer for the day, Anuradha. Over to you, Anuradha.
Yeah. Today, everybody doing well. I noted all time and I put on chat box also. I hope you all are check. And I again tell you the prepare speech. Are you at Anantya? 7 minute 48 second. Table topic Shara 1 minute 22 second. 1 minute 22 seconds Sara. Ravi takes 1 minute 39 seconds, and Zeri Leo takes 1 minute 42 seconds, and Leo's takes 2 minutes 1 second, and general evaluator Ravi 48 second, and evaluator Stephen Shu takes 2 minutes 34 second, and grammarian takes 3 minutes 2 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Anuradha, for that comprehensive report. And now I think it's time for me to give my report of the overall meeting. To be honest, there was nothing really that I could call out as needing improvement, other than just realizing that I used a word that I shouldn't have used, and I'm sure Tiger's waiting to pounce on it and say, Ravi, you said that again. Now that apart, I think the meeting went off very well. We started on time. We had a whole bunch of new guests and our old guests join us. We had a speech. We had very engaging table topics. I don't think I could even, if I were new to this club, I don't think I would have believed that it was the first time that Akanksha was being a table topics master. So hats off to you, Akanksha, at the effort. We're looking forward to having you in our meetings again and again. A really good job done there. And I think she deserves another round of applause from all of us.
Thank you so much.
And on the same lines, a really good job by our grammarian for the day, Titin. If I recall right, I think she's a teacher and I think she does an amazing job whenever it comes to grammar. I always have to hold my breath and keep in mind that Titin is a grammarian when I'm speaking, because then I need to pay special attention to what I'm speaking. You never know what she's going to catch and how well she's going to report it. More than catching what we're saying, the way she reports it is really amazing. And I think we have a lot to learn from that. Thank you for that, Titin. Same for our timer, Anuradha. A wonderful job. I don't think we can say that it was the first time you're doing it. Just a word of caution, and I think Michelle brought it out. Just keep in mind that when you're showing those colors to us, that your video doesn't get automatically or switched off by mistake. That way it's easier for the speakers to be aware that the colors are changing and the time is changing. Other than that, I think it was a very engaging meeting. Love to have all of you here, and I'm hoping to have all of you again in our next meeting as well. That's about all I had for myself as a general evaluator that I wanted to share. I'll hand it back to our Toastmaster of the day, Michelle, to take the meeting forward.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. And I apologize if I took a little more time than usual to hand over to you. I was carried away, I guess, by trying to get in one or two more uses of the word of the day. And I think I did, but I guess I got disqualified because I had extended the time too much. I really enjoyed being being Toastmaster. Kancha, that's because I loved your table topics questions. That's why I keep on thinking of table topics. I really enjoyed being Toastmaster of the meeting. That was the only regret. I knew I would probably not be called because I was Toastmaster. But great questions. I enjoyed that. At this point, sorry, let me call back. Is our president around? Yes, me. Hand over to you. Sorry.
Okay. I hope it's all well, Michelle. Thank you so much. Okay. Time. That was the theme. And how should I say that I had no time to attend to the meeting carefully? As you all would have noticed, my nephew was everywhere and he was making me running around. But having said that, I'm so glad that this time was well spent. I could actually attend to many of the wonderful things you have had said. I'm really impressed with the guests around. Many of them, the senior guests, some of you back. So nice to see you again. I think it helps to keep the time same. So this is a good signal that our colleagues from other continents like Asia find this time as more convenient. As you all have noticed that we have kept the colleagues, the friends from Roseburg have been kind enough to adjust to the timing, which is more suitable for other continents. And please note this as the new time for Roseburg speakers and storytellers, which is 8 a.m. Roseburg time. And for you all, it's the same time as what you joined today. I think I have to look at someone in the same time zone, and Tiger is the best person to tell me. Tiger, how much time do I have? Is it the time, exact the time to adjourn the meeting? Because I would love to have feedback from our guests.
No, you have 12 minutes.
I have 12 minutes. Wonderful. Wonderful. So that
Well,
allows.
no, you only have 5 because if I give you 5, you'll take 12.
That's a good alarm. I take it. Who shall I go ahead with? I would love to listen from Jerry. Jerry, you were off for our meetings for some time. We are really glad to have you. How do you feel?
Thank you, President, and thank you, everybody, and my other friends. Actually, I always miss you, everybody, and I'm looking forward to seeing you each other again. But you know, because this year is so busy, and so many things pop up. I have no time, no schedule. Sometimes I just feel tired. I just want to go to bed, have a sleep, to have a rest. But anyway, I spoke to Steven this tonight before, and I said to him, it's been a while. I didn't attend the RSS meeting. I miss everyone. I want to take part in, and but you know, he told me the time has already been changed. Wow,
yes.
it's delayed 1 hour later. You know, it's so late in China. But anyway, it's not a big issue for me. I like to connect with each other. You know.
Yeah.
So I think I will spend more time to have fun with you guys and to learn each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. We really appreciate that you could join us with our new change in time. And yes, we are always grateful for Stephen for putting up the words and bringing back more of his friends. Stephen, are you there? I know Stephen, Yalan, we are really happy to see that you're back.
I'm also playing with my cat, like what Michelle is doing. So my cat needs my attention also. Yeah, you know me, I always love to come back. I love you guys. Yeah. Although Tiger said love is not a good word, but I still like to use the word love. Yeah. I enjoyed meeting you guys, about topics. And I loved Ayu's speech tonight. I learned a lot from her. I think I should have a separate session with her again for how to like be DTM in such short period of time. I need to learn
Yes.
from her.
Yes.
Wonderful meeting. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Very, very valid point and very relevant point. And you actually thank you for that speech. And I do agree that we need more speeches and more, to know from someone who has actually done it, because many of us are aspiring and we very well deserve to be DTM and we are working towards it. And just getting the guidance from someone who have really made it makes a whole lot of difference. So you please take up your time, and we would sincerely appreciate series of sort of informative speeches on how to get to DTM. And likewise, Michelle, Tiger, we would value your speeches as well, as if you could help us as to how we can plan our journey. Thank you, Stephen. Very well said. Elios, Mr. Magician.
Hello.
How are you?
Yes.
Anything for us?
Oh, as always, you already convert my time to join your meeting. So yes, I become converted into permanent guest, right?
Thank you,
I hope to
Elios.
see you soon again, everybody, because yeah, this last meeting last week I cannot come. I was very stressful. I have told Yasmin into another group. And yes, I miss also Yasmin session. I hope we can meet again next time. Back to you.
Thank you, Elios. We really value your being in our meeting, so please stay around. Yalan, I know you are there. I know it's very late for us, and I'm also very mindful that I have been allotted 5 minutes. So I would really like to use the time to make the request, the club request, to all the members who had not yet renewed the membership to please do that. We have had many of you have already done that. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone who have already done it. And those who are really looking for an alternative club, please consider RSS to contribute towards your journey. We will be very happy. So this is the time, members, please come in. Any other club business? Anything I'm forgetting? Are you, Tiger? Okay.
I would just recommend that we get as many roles filled for next week as possible before we leave today.
Exactly. That is something I have in mind immediately after we adjourn our meeting. Are you anything related to club business? We have the contest coming in, but I believe Mary is informed of the club of the contest. But please, all of us, if we can join, let's join the contest to support our participant. Mary is participating from our club. I'll share the information. With this, I'll officially adjourn the meeting, but please stay around because I will pass on the control to VPE for him to fill up the agenda for the next meeting. Thank you. Please visit us again. All of you girls, you are absolutely great. And I here officially adjourn the meeting. Please stop the recording.